Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be reviewing Spawn 327. Like I said, that's right. We're back on the grind. I know, I keep saying that I'm going to hop back on this grind, but this time I mean it. So, like I did in the Gunslinger number 5 review, I want to, at the end of the video, do a, I guess, theory on what I think is going to happen in the next issue. But, first I want to talk about the cover. I was so glad that when I went to my comic shop and picked this up, I was so freaking excited that they actually got me this cover, because this is a cover swipe of Spider-Man #1 by Todd McFarlane from the 90s, and I love that cover. That's one of my favorite all-time comic book covers ever. It's gorgeous. I ranked it second in my collection behind Spawn #1, which Spawn #1's my favorite comic book cover of all time, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so yeah, this is a beautiful cover swipe with Haunt on it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Anyways, so this issue actually surprised me a little bit. It was good. Like, it was a good issue. I'll save my final score for it for the end, but yeah, it was good. I still feel like the main Spawn title is, like, I don't know, running in circles. Like, it's good, but it doesn't feel as good as the other titles for Spawn. Still great. Still pick it up. Beautiful. Anyways, so this one has Rory McConville writing, with additional scripting by Todd McFarlane, and Carlo Barbary on art, who's phenomenal. Definitely fantastic. But, it starts off and we got, I don't remember her name. I'm going to be real. I don't remember her name. But she's talking to this, I don't know, Detective Spawn is what he looks like. Sherlock Holmes Spawn is what I'm going to call him. So she's talking to him. He's making demands. Is like, hey, I want out of my cell if you want my help. And she's like, you don't really have much of a choice, fool. Like, you're chained to the wall. And she turns into her little demon form. It's kind of crazy. I didn't actually see that coming. I honestly thought she was going to end up being like an angel, but that says no. I was definitely wrong. But she talks about how, humans are pitiful and that they don't deserve the Hellspawn costume. And she's like, look, you're going to help anyways. And she does some psycho mumbo jumbo on them. And that's where we leave that. And we go back to the fight going on with Spawn and Haunt and the other, like, demon guys. But, they're fighting over the fact that Spawn interfered when they were trying to get information on Cog, because these guys were here to meet Cog. And that's also why Spawn's here. So they're fighting, and Haunt is fighting what he thought was supposed to be the love of his life, but, she betrayed him and poisoned him. And so he's trying to get the cure for the venom that's going through his body, trying to kill him. And Spawn's like, I'm just going to rip these fools in half. Well, the fight continues, and, Spawn already won, clearly. And then we got Haunt fighting, like I said, fighting her, and she's like, the only way you can get the cure is if Spawn opens up the dead zone, so you can go to heaven, because heaven is the only place with the cure. And he doesn't know what the dead zones are, and so Spawn, in theory, he says he can open it, but the ghost, I want to say it's like Haunt's brother, I'm not sure, I don't remember. Haunt's like, he's not going to open up the dead zones. Obviously, Spawn's not going to open up the dead zones, because the whole point, he explains it, the whole point is that he doesn't want to open up because that's what the other guys want. They need to close them because that's how they're going to win. Like, he needs to keep them closed. He explains that to him, but Haunt's like, I can't help you fight this war if I'm dead. And Spawn's like, if you're not willing to die for the war, then you're not, necessary. And, like, on one hand, I see where both of them's coming from, but, like, Haunt's a powerful ally. You could definitely use him. And Spawn just, honestly, he just doesn't care. But, in the end, he thinks it through and then decides to leave Haunt like that. And so Haunt needs to figure out how he's still going to get cured. Otherwise, he's just going to die. But, yeah, then after that, we go to this scene where they're having a, you know, a political matter, and then that little Sherlock Holmes spawn comes in and, you know, murders everybody on the scene. Literally kills everybody. And then what interesting happens right here is he says he's got the shot. So this guy has the shot, and she's like, no, wait for the money shot. And he's aiming at the Sherlock Holmes spawn and says pretty much that death to those who oppose Al Simmons, to make it look like this slaughter was in the name of Al Simmons, aka Spawn. And that's crazy. That was a huge twist. I didn't expect that. And then he just blows his brains out. That's the end of the issue. Now, when I was reading this, I didn't realize how fast I went through it, because I was actually very engaged. Like, I was really engaged. We get a nice Avatar, the last Airbender toy. But yeah. So my prediction is, it's hard to say. I want to say that in the next issue, there's going to be a catalyst of people now trying to take down Al Simmons due to, you know, what just happened. There's going to be backlash towards him because, you know, he's been having this movement because telling everybody that everything is not as it seems. That, you know, don't trust your government and all that stuff. Well, I have a feeling that people are about to change their minds. Spawn's going to have a lot more enemies. He's going to have to watch his back. And he's going to have more than just heaven and hell coming after him. But, you know, we'll see. If y'all have any ideas what your thoughts are, like what's going to happen next for you, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. But for me, I give this book an 8 out of 10. Like, I think it's good. But I still feel like this title is dragging below the other Spawn titles. It's just, I don't know. Anyways, my next video will be the ranking video on all 4 of the Spawn titles. And I hope y'all look forward to it. Anyways, like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.